Hi, if you're watching this, then my lovely husband has posted it on my social media um, because I've been arrested. And I will have been arrested for protesting peacefully, sitting down in the street to demand action on the climate and ecological emergency. I've spent a long while learning about this, and the people in my friendship circles will know. And the data terrifies me, and compels me to put this as a priority above so many things, and so many things I could be doing instead of this, that I enjoy doing instead of this. But I feel as a mum, I have a responsibility to do everything I can to avert this crisis and change the current trajectory that we're heading on, which is mass extinction and mass climate breakdown. And I don't know if a lot of people know what that means. The things that stand out for me about an unstable climate are extreme weather events, and obviously that comes with health risks and devastation that follows. You get periods of extreme drought and crop failures, and massive deluges of rain, and you get flooding. There's risks all over England at the moment with that happening. But the things that really stand out for me is this issue about food and water supply. And I worry how I'm going to feed my children in the future. And the migration of tropical diseases where the climate is warming. I'm worried about the things. There's science that shows there's various different microbes of diseases and viruses and things that's been living in permafrost for thousands of years. I think I read a science article that they'd found instances of like the plague in there. Like we're warming this planet, and we don't know what all of the risks are. And I've just named a few that scare me and compel me as a mum to do whatever I can. And so I guess this is a plea to everyone that I know. I think it's really important to acknowledge that we're in a position of privilege here. We might think that we don't feel this crisis and it's not on our doorstep. But what that means for me is that I have an obligation to voice this and act in service of all of the hundreds and thousands of people who are being affected by this right now, and having to leave their homes because they can't feed their families, and getting completely their homes torn up by storms. And it's my plea is that we do everything we can, and that will vary from person to person. That will vary, I get that, but if we can acknowledge our position of privilege and what that actually means to be human right now, and use that privilege to help our human family help our human family get through this. And there's so much that's going to change, so much that we need to change. But as individuals, and we've focused the last 30 years, particularly the last 10, we've known about this for so long, on things like recycling and changing your light bulbs, And the truth is that just doesn't get broadcast at all, and it should be, is that if we all do our bit, it's not going to be enough. A bit isn't enough. We need absolutely an upheaval of the system, which is just crushing us all, working like God knows hours of the day just to get by, and just to, you know, telling us that we're not happy and we need to buy more things, or, you know, we need to read a book about the art of happiness, and you know, this mass consumer machine that says you must be prettier, you must be thinner, you need this exercise machine, you need this latest car to show that you're successful. It's crap. It's complete and utter crap. And we need to move past individual things. We can't start all going organic or, you know, all purchasing electric cars. One, I mean, it's bloody expensive, right? But two, it won't solve it. The latest science is really devastating, and this is happening now, and this is our shot now to avert this crisis. And I guess I'm pleading to everybody to do what you can. Educate yourselves, support people that have changed their lives for this cause and are devoted to this cause. Talk about this on the bus, in the queue, at the shops. Have a critical mind when you're reading articles. You know, the fossil industry is a multi-billion, trillion conglomerate, greed-driven beast. And they have so much power. They have power over what we read. They have power over government policies. They have too much power. And so to ask everybody to be a little bit more critical if you see you know, people saying it's fine, it's okay, there's not a crisis. And try to divert what they'll probably try to do in this rebellion is pick holes in what we're doing, point to the individual and try to say, well, you're a hypocrite, you know, why should we listen to you? And there's a cat here. They'll do everything that they can, and I'm sure we'll see some really messy media stories. But honestly, the people I've met who are showing courage and doing this, and who have done this at the last rebellion, oh, cat, get out of here. They're regular people, man. We've got doctors, lawyers, grandparents, children, and they're showing courage and doing this because it feels right, and this is the time to do it. And the people that you will get people that criticize our methods in raising the alarm. But it's the analogy I love is it's a bit like, you know, being mad at the fire alarm that wakes you up in the middle of the night and lets you escape your house, your burning house. As Greta Thunberg says, our house is on fire. Let's act like it, like we are the alarm. We've known about the alarm, it's been going off for 30 years, and governments and world leaders have done very little. And I think they're scared. It's a real mass upheaval and a mass problem, systemic problem, and they don't know where to start, and they are so concerned with the political cycle that they can only put forward popular, favourable policies. And the change that we've all got to make as a human family is going to be hard. So it's, you know, they're thinking about their votes for the next election, and it's not really vote worthy, but we're out of time. And it's coming, whether we change or not, and we have an opportunity to try and face this head on with compassion and love and unity and solidarity, and learning resilience, learning new skills, teaching each other, supporting each other. And the opposite is what scares me, is that the people with power and the people with greed at the moment, the people with money, the alternative is that people like us, everyday people, won't have a say in how we change. It will be dictated to us with eco-fascism. And that terrifies me as a mother. You know, we enjoy so many privileges and freedoms and rights, and they're at risk. So I've been arrested because I'm scared, and I want you to be scared too, and I want you to be courageous too. I hope you will.